Hi Floppycatters, today we're doing the final product review video for the Purified Air Litterbox Air Purifier, which is this little guy right here. As you can see, it plugs into the wall, and we got a base for it to sit on because I didn't have a litter box to put it on top of, nor did I want to hang it on the wall because the walls are stone, paint peeling stone. So I'm gonna turn it off and show you what it looks like. Here is a bird's eye view, and I actually didn't turn it off. I just unplugged it, and I should have turned it off. This is the first time that I have unplugged it since we got it and I installed it, which was before October 19th. My unboxing video was the 19th of October, but I got it a little bit before then and obviously filmed it a little bit before then. So this is what it looks like now. It doesn't look any different, to be honest. And we'll take it apart and see if the carbon filter looks any different. I removed the thumb screws, and now we'll just take off the lid to see the carbon filter below. No, it doesn't really look that much different. Maybe a little carbon filter dust in there, but looks like we can go a bit longer. How long these last are gonna depend obviously in your situation. For example, mine were in my basement, so this is filtering more than like litter box smells. It's probably filtering like moldy basement smells as well. And obviously, depending on where you live in the United States, I live in Kansas City, in the middle of the United States. So we have more humidity here, and so you want to take all that kind of stuff into consideration. The main purpose of this little guy is to eliminate litter box smells around the litter box. And I literally came down here, and I always have to turn on the light to see if the cats have peed or pooped, and one of them has. So it does a good job in letting you know that there's nothing that you can smell. Now, that's a big Chiggy poop. Chiggy has bigger poops than Charlie. And so how I like to tell whether or not my cats have gone to the bathroom is I level out the litter box after I've scooped it. So then I know for sure if it's been used. I mean, sometimes they'll step in there, but as long as I level it out, then I know if it's been used. So that's the only way that I've been able to tell, like, that's what a good job this thing is doing, because I really have no idea. And in the process of reviewing this, I ended up buying these bigger litter boxes from Chewy. And the reason I've wanted to try these litter boxes for a long time, but I was thinking, oh, but this is perfect because my setup down here was 2 litter robots and the litter genie litter box in the corner. But the problem is with litter robot is that I use clay clumping litter. So with clay clumping litter and my cat's diet, I don't have a lot of smell with the litter robot because it has that carbon filter as well. And I said, you know, like that, this isn't very fair to review this. I really need to have like normal litter box stink in order to prove that this thing actually works. And that's also one of the hard things about YouTube and, you know, writing a blog post review about this is that how do you explain to someone there isn't any smell? And there's not. That's why I thought it'd be fairer for me to have the 3 litter boxes. I have 2 12-year-old male cats to be able to really review this better. I'm going to show you guys how this arrives and how it is set up. So it comes like this, and then you're going to pull out the air filter, and then there's an AC adapter, instructions, and then an alcohol prep wipe, and that's all that's in the bag. Cut open the plastic wrapping around the air filter. And then you can also open up the AC adapter if you want. Then you want to remove the thumb screws on either side, which you can use using a screwdriver, or you can just use your fingers. Once the thumb screws are removed, you want to set those aside, and this is the top of the filter. I should say this is the top of the unit. Inside, you're gonna find the actual filter, which is vacuum sealed. So in order to get that working and activated, you're gonna cut that bag to remove the filter. And you'll notice that the filter says, remove this from the bag that we just removed it and place this side up. So this side up is just like this, just as you found it laying in there. And then I actually removed the sticker too. And you want this green side exposed on the other side. The reason that it's green is because of catechin, which is from green tea that helps fight odor and germ-causing microorganisms. It's also why they serve green tea in a sushi restaurant, so that bacteria on raw fish won't make you sick. You'll notice too that it has this industrial strength Velcro, and that's to attach it to a hooded litter box, if that's what you're going to do with it. Once the filter is unbagged and in place, then you just want to put the unit back together. So you put this on top, line it up on the sides here so you can put your screws back in. Once you have the unit put back together with the thumb screws, you're going to attach the AC adapter into the plug there and then plug it in. To turn it on, you just twist this little knob and it auto adjusts to full speed as you turn the knob. If you prefer to see, how your cats react to it, you might start off at a lower speed and then slowly increase to a higher speed. It is meant to be continually run. So once you plug it in and it's ready to go, after an hour, you should notice a big difference in odor reduction. You can see there's a bit of dust on the fan blades, which is probably pretty understandable given the fact that it's been running nonstop for over almost 2 months, 6 weeks or so. I have been fiddling around with this other thumb screw for quite some time, and all I can think of is my dad would never tolerate this. I just can't get it to go in. So unfortunately, I think this is one improvement that they could make. This one went in fine. It doesn't matter how I line it up, I can't get this one to go in. So that's pretty darn frustrating. And since you have to, change out the litter or the air filter, then it would be nice to have an easier way to undo this, or just sell like a clamp that keeps it down or keeps it together, rather than having to fiddle around with this thumb screw, which won't line up and won't go through. Now that it is put back together, and put it on top of the stand again, but I'm gonna have it face the other way, and then I have to loop the AC adapter through that. But then I'm gonna plug that in the back, and then we're gonna just turn it on. You can hear that. Now you can see on this stand that there's also holes, because what you can do if you have a wooden wall, for example, you can adhere that stand to the wall, and then it will be right above the litter boxes if you want. They also have some other options of, you can buy like a silicone-y thing that you put on top of a dome litter box so that it will work there as well. So to turn it on, you just, and as I explained in the unboxing video, if you are concerned that your cats might not, be game to hear this, that's the sound. You can also hear the sound of my refrigerator in the background. You can start at a lower setting that might not alarm them as much, and then slowly build up to full power. And I've had it on full power because my cats were not bothered by it at all, so I've had it on full power the entire time, and also just wanted to see if it could run on full power for that length of time. You can have it face the other way. I don't see why it matters, other than I kind of just like the look of the plain and simple, and so I have it facing this way instead. And I like that it's on that little stand so that, there's airflow access to both, and I probably need to wipe off that shelf. What it says on their website is that it has 53 cubic feet per minute of airflow through a 2-inch thick, 2.2 pound proprietary blend filter media that does the job like no other. And I would agree, although my frustrations with that thumb screw are still in my chest and wanting to scream out of me. I have really enjoyed the nice smell down here. And this is actually my sprinkler turn off right here. So I had my sprinkler guy come over and winterize my sprinkler, and he came down with the 3 litter boxes, and I was like, hey, can I ask you something? And he's like, yeah, what do you want to know? And I said, does it smell like cats down here? And he's like, no, not at all. So it's doing its job, which is what it's supposed to do. And if you have litter box odor problems, it could be solved with an air filter, but it also could be solved with cat litter, a change in diet. A multitude of things causes really bad cat litter odor, like old litter boxes that might have lots of scratches in them, and then there's like bacteria buildup and it starts smelling really poorly. Those are the kind of things that really aid in litter box odor smell. And I don't want you to ever think of this as a replacement for scooping your litter box. Never, ever, ever, ever. This is just for your and your cat's nose to have a more pleasant environment. And I definitely prefer this over Glade or Airwick or any of those nasty, toxic, quote unquote, air fresheners. This is 1,000 times better for you and your cat. Now, the reason I say do not think of this as a reason not to scoop your litter box is because it's so important to keep your litter boxes clean for your cat, but also for you. Because if it's not clean for your cat, then your cat's gonna go somewhere else, like your bed or your carpet or your hardwood floors, and then you've got a whole other problem on your hands. You're pissed off, your cat's upset, everything smells bad, you have to clean a lot. So just scoop your litter boxes, and then if you have like a litter genie or a litter locker like that will, you know, close off the smell, that helps as well. And for us, this is helping. Like after my cats have gone number 2, like you saw in the beginning of this video, I had no idea that it had happened. There was no smell at all down here of poop. The Purified air filter comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, and if the fan ever fails, then that will be replaced for free. If it ever fails, is what they say. It fits all types of litter boxes and cages, covered or open. It's flat, whether they're flat topped or domed. You gonna try to get in ears? The air movement through the filter allows litter to dry faster and last longer. The filter media cartridges, or the filters that I talked about, last between 4 to 7 months, and that just depends on, you know, it's going to be subjective based on your situation. It is designed to be always turned on, and it consumes 3.6 watts at full speed, which is 10 cents per kilowatt hour, and will cost about $3.15 per year to operate on always on mode. The fan speed can be adjusted. It works also as a room air filter for bathrooms, kitchens, and garages. The dimensions of it are 9 3/8 inch by 9 3/8 inch by 4 1/4 inches tall. I'm going to include a link where you can buy the Purified air filter below. It's sold on Amazon, Walmart, and Purified Air's website. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. There's also an article on my website from a reader who actually bought this product and told me about it years and years ago. So I'll include a link to her review as well that she submitted for me to include in the website. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.